Hi, I'm John Buron. I'm a visual artist and in the Eight Visions show at the Attleboro Art Museum. First, I'd like to thank the Attleboro Art Museum for having this show. It's really wonderful every year, and all the other artists in this show are really great. So, yeah, you should come and see the work. So, I've been an artist for years and years, pretty much since I was about five. I've worked in all sorts of mediums. I started out as a painter and went to art school and then discovered photolithography and did photography, lithography, graduated, and then continued to make art and show art for quite a while. I had about a 12-year hiatus with my daughter, raising my daughter, and then have been showing ever since. And I've gone through a series of two-dimensional workings where I would take photographs, manipulate them, transfer them to paper, and then work into the pieces with gouache, pencil, any whatever mediums necessary. Um, and I did that for quite some time, and I still do that. And then I started doing three-dimensional works, which I had never really done before, aside from a couple of installations when I was younger. I did a series of mobiles, and then just recently, say just before COVID, actually, I was going through some old negatives, and I found this photograph, which I took when I was about 9 years old with a Kodak Instamatic camera. It's my dad when he would come home from school every day. He was a teacher, and he would read the paper in his recliner, usually in a t-shirt, watching the news while my mom cooked in the kitchen. And so for me, this was sort of a really good metaphor for my personal upbringing and memories, and also just sort of a social metaphor for suburban white life, if you will. Anyway, so I took this photograph and I thought, well, why don't I make the TV that's out of the frame? So I started constructing a three-dimensional TV, and I used cardboard and some mulberry paper for a screen, and then I made it into a actual box that I could hang on the wall, and I put a flat screen television inside and started doing video work for it. Uh, and I finished that, and then um, COVID hit, and so I kept working with that idea, and I started to investigate other three-dimensional things. Started working on this iron, and then my mother passed away. And so what I thought was I sort of migrated into wanting to recreate the living room, this living room of my childhood. So I started creating objects, including that went with the television theme of an exaggerated perspective and an all white color. So it would give it a dreamlike sort of feel and memory feel of memory. So this was the next object, and it is made out of this is cardboard, and then I constructed this out of cardboard and paper mache, and this is all foam clay, and it's got a little metal on it, and this is one of the only colors in the whole installation. There's red, there's a little yellow on the TV. So this was really fun, and then I put it on rebar. So it's sort of supposed to be sort of like a snake coming up into the air, and the rebar curls around and comes back up, and it has the plug on the end. So I did that for a few other pieces in the installation as well. So I basically spent 2 to 3 years during COVID in my garage. I put up plywood, painted it white to set up a staging area, and I spent the whole of COVID constructing a large lazy boy chair, um, a vacuum cleaner coming off the wall, and several other objects. And this whole installation will be in the show. And the nice thing is, this space is really large, and it will accommodate it. It's not the easiest thing to get in galleries. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's my story, and I hope you come to the opening. And thank you very much.